did my first internship with the city, and that was my first meeting with Ed. And I was really just super impressed with the way Ed's style was and with his passion for wanting to make South Euclid a better place. While Ed didn't grow up in South Euclid.
My dad grew up in upstate New York in a town called Poughkeepsie. Came from a blue-collar family, and I think a lot of those blue-collar values really stuck with him throughout his life, and he served nobly in Vietnam.
Oh, Ed had a tremendous impact in his role, in his work as service director and also economic development director in the city of South Euclid. When he came on board, he was dealing with a service department that needed to be brought into the 21st century.
Ed's vision was really to ensure that South Euclid was keeping pace with its neighbors, that we were focusing on continuing to bring small business to the community and strengthening our small business.
He was a very busy guy. Our mom passed away suddenly in December of 1993. And with a lot of help from friends and family, my dad helped to raise us until he met Maria, who eventually became his wife and our stepmother. But love in action. He was always coaching. He was always present for us. There was no obligation or responsibility that was going to get in the way of him being there for us.
Ed taught me so much. I had worked in the public sector and in government for my entire career, but I learned so much from Ed about how to treat people, about how to be compassionate and empathetic, and how to communicate with residents. And so he was a true mentor for me.
So the Cedar Center project came first. That was really a project that the mayor's vision when she first got elected to office, and the point person who she went to when she became mayor to help lead that vision was none other than Ed Gallager. Ed brought a lot of experience to the table from his role in the private sector.
Ed Gallager was very much involved in the founding of One South Euclid. We had gone to City Council and had proposed that we create and look. Going through, at that point in time, we were going through the foreclosure crisis and the Great Recession.
During the time of the development of Cedar Center and Oakwood Commons, he was serving a dual role, and she really entrusted him to oversee those development projects. Overseeing development projects were his forte.
The first word that comes to mind for me when I think about my dad and his role as father is love. My dad showed so much love to my sister Katie and me, and love in action, maybe even to take it to the next level. It wasn't really until probably around the year 2012, 2013 that he really started opening up more about the way that Vietnam shaped him. I think it really instilled in him a sense of service, of altruism, great love for life. And those were all things that he really embodied throughout the course of his work, whether that was in South Euclid or in some of his previous jobs.
I was very touched and happy to see that Ed was selected as a hometown hero. He's definitely one of the most deserving people that could be selected for that honor.
Ed was so dedicated to this community. I only wish that Ed was physically present with us, to be able to celebrate with us. To all of Ed's family and friends, thank you for letting us have his years of dedication.
In terms of my dad's legacy, I hope that it could come down to the phrase, pay it forward, right? That the people who are working and serving in South Euclid now will help to pay it forward for the next generation of people who will come to call South Euclid home, who will come to South Euclid to establish businesses. So I hope that, my dad's legacy, I think what he would want it to be is that people continue to pay it forward so that South Euclid continues to be a great place for all.